So hello everyone. Eventually, a lot of you was asking about what is the best distribution for Linux for gaming, or what suggestions I may have in this direction. Now, personally, I'm using CachyOS, which is an Arch-based distribution Linux, and it comes fully loaded. And works super well. If you watch my previous videos, you'll see that actually you can game very well on this machine. A lot of the times I'm just using Steam, but you can run multiple other game boxes, and of course the other kind of distributors, like you can have EA games, you can have GOG games, Ubisoft, and so forth. As a quick reminder for those of you who are using Steam, always goes to Steam, settings, go to compatibility mode, and activate this one so you can use the Proton experimental engine. This way your games will work. Now it is out of the way. Let's look at some of the Windows replacements that are available for us within the Linux distribution world. I said the first one would be CachyOS. This is the address as well, as you can see it in here. Now they're running two different versions. They have the desktop edition, and then they have a handheld edition. Now, if you just want to game, download this one, and automatically they'll be ready with everything that you required to start gaming, and have very good support, as you can see with some of the popular machines like ROG Ally, Steam Deck OLED, LCD, Legion Go, and so forth. The installation will be fairly easy. You don't need a lot of space. It's really powerful, and it's easy to install. Most of the stuff. I mean, really, it's straightforward. It's that simple. As you can see here, also it's very good with management system. Consumes very few resources. Right now I'm recording, and I'm also having a few other things running behind. It's only 6 gigabytes of RAM in total out of 33. CPU kind of goes pretty easy generally, but as I said, I'm also recording. Now the second one that I would recommend is DraugerOS or DraugerOS. I apologize if I don't have the name completely properly pronounced. It also comes preloaded with everything that you need. The same kind of applications that would require, like Lutris, Steam, Hero, I think it's called Hero Games Launcher. It's my bad, which I presented in the other video of mine. Please go and watch it. So again, it's a powerful system. It is Ubuntu based, as it says here. Go on and read more about it. They also have some community, which you can access it very easily. It's also good for development, for anything else that you want. In the community, they also have Telegram, Discord, Reddit, whatever you want to do. What I found to be the best solutions in generally, it's Discord and Telegram. If you have Discord, go for Discord. If you don't have access, just use Telegram. Okay, the other one, or the third option, would be Garuda Linux. Now they also have, an option to download, and they also have Telegram as a service. I'm not sure if they're also on Discord, but it's easy to check them out. This one comes also preloaded with many desktop environments like KDE Plasma, XFCE, GNOME, Cinnamon, and so forth. Just go ahead, download it, and use it. What I like about this distribution, they have this very specific color scheme, which is quite nice. But also this assistant, which is to be honest, I would like to see this kind of assistant to more distributions out there to be done this well as these guys from Garuda Linux, they have it. You can easily see what drivers you have installed, what are the options for services, and so forth. Basically out of the box game launcher and many other options that you can see here. So this one, clearly you can't go wrong with it. Just go ahead and install it and see if you like it and if you want to stick with it. Now, we also have Nobara, which is another Fedora distribution Linux, but they also use some parts from CachyOS. If I'm not mistaken, something in relations to the Linux core. So anyway, it's as well comes preloaded with anything you need: Steam installer, game packs, compatibility drivers, NVIDIA, whatever have you, and plus all the necessary stuff that you need to run the games like Lutris, Heroic, and Wine Controller. I think Proton Plus, anything it's there as well. They don't have a lot of images here, so you can see what the system looks like, but they have the Discord channel, so I'd recommend you should go and talk to them, check them out there. Now, there's also the Fedora Games Lab. Most of you might know Fedora mostly for being a very stable desktop station, good for development and office work and more. But they also have the Games Lab pack, which really comes with pre-installed, also games, but also necessary drivers, compatibility, and any other stuff that you require as well to run the system. Feel free to use it. You can install it and see how it looks and if it actually works for your system or not. Bazzite is another one that it's another Fedora distribution. They have I think a better implementation than actually Fedora Games Lab. I've known from one of my other YouTube channel, which is The Way of Linux. Some people were saying that they installed this and it didn't quite work well with their machines. Others say it was perfect with the machines. But since this was targeted specifically for gaming, and generally it's good. I think it's a good idea to just go install it and see if this works for you. It might work very well for gaming devices that you can pair. So why not? Go ahead and try it. They have, I said, pretty much the same stuff that you use in the other ones as well. And I think you should definitely go check them out. I think it's a good option, to be honest. I haven't tested personally, but from what I've seen within most of the people, they're quite happy with it. So try and see. If you don't try, you'll not see. So I think they have a high emphasis of actually installing it on the game devices as well. So anyway, that's a good one. Now I'd like to also mention this this one, which is Lakka. Basically, if you have some old devices that you want to transform them into a console machine for older games, I think this operating system is worth noted. Heck, you can even install it on a Raspberry Pi machine, very small microcontrollers. And this one, which is like almost, it's like a fully fledged mini computer. So for all intents and purposes, if you like old games and consoles, I think this one was worth your time. Now, up until this moment, all of these distributions were mostly guaranteed to work on Windows machines. I've seen there are some installs also for the macOS, but not too much of a good compatibility. However, this distribution, which is Asahi Linux, this was meant to be, the polished version of Linux, a polished version of Linux for the Apple Silicon Macs. So for you out there who have some, Mac machines, and for some reason you want to just simply say, no, I don't want to use, OS 6 any longer. I want to install Linux. I think Asahi Linux is probably the best option for you. Even if you want to install it in a virtual machine, I think it's probably worth your time. By all means, go ahead and install also the other ones if you want. But Asahi Linux should be maybe on your top list for trying it on macOS. Now, so far so good, but how do you install it? So I know there are also other options for creating, a bootable USB stick drive, but I'm always going to recommend Balena Etcher because it works just as well on macOS, on Linux, and on Windows. I never had any kind of problem. You just download it. You download whatever version you require for Windows, OS 6 or Linux, depending on where you are. And it's literally working out of the box. Right. That's my choices. Granted, there are many other options if you want to go around and search online. But I would start with any of this three. If you I mean, that's my own personally preference in this order. That's why I placed it as such. And then test and see which one works. Why so many options? Why I can't give you a straight answer like, hey, I come especially from Windows. Man, we had Windows, it works, no problem. I don't have to think about it. Yeah, but then you get on Windows certain restrictions, certain things. And if you're on this video, I'm pretty much sure you either are curious or just want to get rid of the Windows ecosystem and all the BS that already they're doing behind your back. In this case, why would you have so many options? Look, some laptops or desktop environments, one of these versions might work better for your specific hardware configuration. Some of you may have the latest generation of hardware. Some of you may have older hardware. So my advice and the way I would do it, and this is the way I actually did it, I took almost every single one of this, except Bazzite and Asahi Linux, of course, and Lakka, and I installed it in my machine. I immediately run a game or two to see how it performed. I stay with it for 1 or 2 or 3 days, sometimes even longer, and then installed the next one and tested again. See is this any better? Do I like it much more? Is it performing better for my machine than it was the other one? And that's how you do it. And I said, just go to your system monitor and see what happens when you install that version of Linux. Run a game. Look at the memory. Look at the CPU consumption. Then look at the GPU to see how the GPU performs, right? Like with the application like GPU Viewer. Or I have something from NVIDIA server. And then I can look in here and I see all of this, sorry, first quit, something happened here. How the, the GPU performs, thermal settings and anything else that you want to see in these regards. And then you can take an informed decision and stick with one of the operating system. That's what I did, and I think that's the best choice to go ahead. So go ahead, see what works for you, and I'm looking forward to your comments. See what you guys experienced, and if you find other Linux distributions that you think it's even better for gaming, I'm always open-minded, and I want to learn from you as well, as I hope you guys find out from me. With this, I want to thank you. Please go ahead and watch the other videos if you haven't already. And if you'd like to subscribe, that would be a mega plus thing for me. and I'll see you guys in the next one.